All right. Aloha, friends. We are live. And let me take a second to welcome everyone to the 100 Days of Ukulele 2025 Project Live Chat. We are so excited to kick off our 8th year of doing the 100 Days of Ukulele project. And so today we're going to talk through all the things about 100 days because there are new folks. Also, there are people who, are wanting to get more information or prepare themselves better for this project. I was just trying to do a little demo. It wasn't working, but I'll walk you through as best as possible, just like basics of getting set up, because I know that it can be a little intimidating to get started. But welcome everyone. Yay, lots of folks in the chat. Introduce yourself on the chat. Let us know how many years you've done the project, if you're returning, or if you are a newbie, or if you are just watching. We call it lurking. Sometimes it might be good to lurk and watch for like a year, the first year, maybe even the first couple of years, to see what you want to do with the project. But everyone is welcome. All levels are welcome. So the basic parameters of the 100 Days of Ukulele project are that this is a project that is self-defined. You define this project. You are committing to your own creative practice. And I believe that a big part of defining your own creative practice is figuring out day to day, what is the thing that will get me through today and bring me closer to what I'm interested in. Like, you might come to me as a teacher and be like, tell me what to play. That's different. I think I can, you can definitely use my lesson materials, right? But a big part of you figuring out what you like is playing these songs and saying, oh, actually, I want to get more into the finger picking, or I want to get more into jazzy songs, or I want to get more into reggae strum. I want to get more into chord melody. I want to get more into the songs I played growing up. I want to learn to arrange songs. Maybe you like the tech part, like, oh, I really want to work on my camera setup or improving my audio, learning to edit. There's so many layers to this. This is the 8th year we're doing it, and I did it for the first time in 2015. Every year I learn something new, and every year I learn more about how to make the project manageable for me. So really, you could do the 100 Days of Ukulele project anytime you want, right? You just have to start doing a daily practice. But the reason that we set it up to do it all together is because it makes a huge difference to have each other's support. Yep, so you'll see lots of folks in the chat who have done it before. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome to share their tips. I will read from the chat as well. So let me do that for a second while we shout out the folks. But if you're, joining and you only have time to watch this beginning part, check out the 100daysuke.com site. There's a link to an FAQ, and the FAQ is comprehensive. And a big shout out to Jenny Seelig, our project admin, for creating that FAQ and for overseeing all aspects of 100 days. We have thousands of people across the world joining, and it's a lot to manage. So yay, Jenny. And our admin team and our mods team. Big shout out for the community that makes this what it is. So check out the website, check out the FAQ, and join the different groups. Become part of the community. Even if you're not going to post this year, you can still become part of the community and support other people who are doing the project. Okay, so I will shout out folks in the chat, read some of people's top tips. The basics are your posting every day, you don't have to post every day. This is your project, right? But you're working on your creative habit every day. And, there are people who post every day. There's going to be times that, you aren't able to post. It's okay. You could give yourself some grace. The main thing is that you come back to it. And in our groups, we have a positive comments only policy, because when you are nurturing something new, it is really important to have a safe space, to know that you are going to be encouraged. We are all going to try and fail. That is a part of the creative process. That is a part of growth. When we are kids, we allow ourselves to try and fail. Once we get to be adults, we're harder on ourselves. However, in this space, we give each other a lot of room to try to fail, and we pick each other up. Yep. Okay, so that's the basics. We'll talk more about the tech tips of like how you might start with recording yourself. I always say to start really simple. Use your phone, use whatever you have, and you'll learn as you grow day to day, right? That you might figure things out as you go. That's how we all figure things out. Okay, let me give shout outs to people in the chat and see if there's any questions to talk about. But a lot of it is covered in the FAQ. And today, my goal is really just to get people the basics, the foundations of getting started. We are starting on Saturday, March 1st in your time zone. Yep. And you can post on Facebook, on Instagram, here on YouTube. Use the hashtag, and for Patreon patrons, you can post in there in a patron only post, right? So that it's a little more private. You want to make sure that if you want that, only the people that you want to see it will see it. Okay, we have Alfreda coming back. Awesome. I hope to complete 100 days of playing hymns and gospel music. I want to use chord melodies so the song is identifiable without me singing. I'll start with scales and triads. Awesome. Karen is back, and it says it really pushes me out of my comfort zone. I'm starting in Tucson and we'll be finishing back home in British Columbia. Yeah. I guess if you're on the move, I'm on the move a lot, and you're doing this project, then shooting with your phone camera is, the easiest way to go, right? And so, don't allow the gear to get in the way. And really, artists, creative people love to say the limitations help you to be more creative. Yeah, that if you are going to a recording studio every day, that's different, then you're really focused on this. But this is like using what you have to just create something. That is the beauty of learning to be creative, practicing being creative, is that you can make something out of nothing. You have the power to do something transformative. If it's only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's worth trying to do. Joe, this is my 4th year. Someone told me I already proved I could play 100 songs. So I'll try to organize my time to work on some specific things I'd like to learn. I guess, part of the first, your first challenge is just getting through the 100 days. Here's a secret. I've never made it through the entire 100 days. Have I? Maybe 1 year, but I definitely skip days here and there. So, don't feel bad if you don't post every day, but if that is a goal for you, it helps you to really focus by doing it every day, then do that, right? Show up every day. Okay. I am creating every day, even if I don't post something, but some would argue that the posting, the sharing, is a big part of learning to be creative, right? Learning to get over perfectionism. We talk about that a lot. A lot of people are just scared. They judge themselves before they publish something. And I think that is part of the creative process, to get over that and let go of it. It took me a long time to learn that. And so that could be a part of it for you. Okay, Donna. Hi, Donna. Welcome back. Hope to get back to playing every day. I might not post every day, especially since Facebook is now deleting vids after 30 days. Ah, I didn't know that. There's going to be a lot of things changing. I mean, this is the 8th year doing the project, and every year the tech and the platforms are a little bit different. So I might, yeah, that means that maybe posting to YouTube and then like posting your link over on our Patreon page, our Patreon post, might be a better way to go, you know? The Facebook group is convenient because you could just throw the video up there, but if, and it's a very private group, but if Facebook is deleting videos, I could understand why though. I mean, that's like lots and lots of videos that they're hanging out to. 100 videos for each of us. Okay, we got Jenny, New York. Definitely check out Jenny's site too. Jenny's site has all of our 100 days shirts as well. We had different t-shirts and merch over the past several hundred days, mostly designed by Jenny's designer husband, and they're very cool designs. So check it out. A lot of people like to wear their 100 days gear in their 100 days videos. I see Will, aloha, Ella, welcome back, 3rd year, awesome. Okay, Will is in Oklahoma City, Charmaine. I was thinking I'd practice one song a week and then post it. That's a great idea. I haven't participated in the past. I'm leery of the commitment. Yes, but I know this would push me to improve. Great. Yeah, I would say don't worry about the commitment to start. Just start. You do day 1, you see if you want to do day 2. There is no pressure to go one way or the other, right? Like if you do day 1 and you don't want to do it anymore, that's fine. I would say see if you could do day 1 and then we'll see, you know? Give yourself that kind of openness and nurturing. Maybe you do day 1 this year, you don't like it, maybe you come back next year and you do it again. Or maybe you do day 1 and you're like, oh, actually, I like singing, or I want to learn the piano, or, you know, you learn more about your own creative path by starting. Yep. Okay. Donna said it's the 6th year and you're struggling with arthritis. So trying to remain positive and not overdo it. It is great to learn to not overdo. Donna says, I won't practice 4 hours every day like I did my first few years. Okay. Jenny is more about the Facebook policy, but yeah, you know, so we could figure that stuff out, the tech part of it. Karen says, my tip is to not worry about perfection, just be your authentic self. Wise words. Okay, Facebook is deleting just live videos. So that's something to consider, yeah, if you're trying to go live with your videos. Okay. Jenny's tip. My tip is don't compare. Don't compare your playing to another person's, your singing, your comment count, number of likes. Make your project for you where you're at. Amazing. Definitely. That's a huge part of it, is learning not to compare. I mean, that's important for life, right? That's sometimes like a problem with social media. It makes people compare. And there's a lot of things to compare in terms of like numbers, metrics, analytics. Yeah, try not to worry about it. It is a natural thing to feel like you're measuring yourself up against other people. But in this challenge, it should be you're developing the ability to only measure against yourself. Am I growing? Am I better than the day before? Some days are going to go, it's going to be up and down. You're going to be excited in the beginning, and then you might hit a plateau. You might hit several plateaus. That is also part of growth, a natural part of the growth curve. And I think understanding that and getting over the plateau, or just being able to, uh, you know, give yourself grace through the plateau, that is a skill to learn. Yeah. We have Joy and Joshua Tree. Awesome. Okay. Miss Java B. Aloha. Vince. Yay. Daniel. Welcome. Christina. Jenny. This is my 8th year. Will said I lost count of how many years. Lurked for 2 years. Cynthia's 2nd year. First year was inspiring and a great experience. Participants are very supportive. Awesome. Yeah. Miss Java B. Newbie, first time participating. Welcome. Glad you could come. It would be exciting to see your videos. Richard in Provincetown. Karen said 4th year. Marion, I'm trying to participate this year. Yep. No pressure. Again, maybe you just try day 1. You could even start late. We keep it so that we encourage everybody to join, and we create some structure so that people can be moving together in the project. But really, this is all about what you want to do. Yeah. Alfreda did it in 2020, hoping to complete it again this year. Awesome. Ileana has followed me for 5 years. Welcome back. Kookie. Hi, Kookie. I can't remember how many years. It's always great to see your videos pop up. Ada in Maui, welcome. Jenny will be doing songwriting and arranging. Donna, chord melody. Trey says aloha from New York. Nice. Cherry, hi Cherry. Tama, from France. I don't know yet if I'll manage to participate, but I'm interested. Great. I don't really know what goal I'm aiming. That's okay. It's okay to not know. You could just start the first day with something that you like to play or want to play, yeah, like from an artist perspective. I mean, I released my first album in 2005, right? So it's 20 years of me releasing music. Like every day is maybe going somewhere new for me, right? And I think that's something I've learned being a career artist, that what I want to do today might be different than what I want to do tomorrow. And that is something that I'm really accepting of, right? And that's not always acceptable in the adult world. I mean, obviously, if you have a job, right, then your employer expects you to follow through with certain goals. But because this is your own artistic path, you get to carve out your own goals. And it's, I think, really exciting to see your own personal pivots, right? That you're going like, oh, I'm going this way. Oh, wait a second. I want to go this way. Oh, I want to try this thing. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try this other thing, right? So starting to be more aware of what those little pivots mean for you. Yeah. Okay. Jenny, for people who want to change focus frequently, having a focus for 10 days is something I've done a few times. Changing every 10 days worked well for me. Yeah. Some people like more structure, right? Saying that like for 10 days, I'm going to work on this skill, and then I'm going to move on to another skill, or work on one song for say an entire week and then move on. It's all what you want. Yeah. Sometimes I'll work on a song for a couple days in a row, and say one day work on the verse and then the next day work on the chorus or something. Split it up that way so that there's smaller chunks for me. But I always like working on new material. That's my personal take, is like I get an opportunity to work on new stuff. Yeah. Tiffany, welcome back. Yeah, okay. Claire in Pennsylvania. Oh boy, sorry, it did a little skip again. Terry, the artist in Dark Dull Wet UK. Tiffany says, my third year. Anita, hello from Germany. Hallo aus Germany. Diane in Northern Ontario. Jenny said, we have a group on Blue Sky too. Okay, cool. Cynthia said, failing at Aquamarine currently, but still love the song. Thank you. How to join. You could just record a video and post it, use our hashtag, post it to one of the groups or one of the platforms, okay? So, maybe folks can share in the chat which platform they think they will post on, or what they're considering, yeah, and then we can talk more about that. Cherry said, I lurked for 1 year and then participated last year, making it to the 100th post. Eee! My goal was to attack performance anxiety. That's great. Notice I attacked it but didn't conquer it. That's excellent, yeah. Vincent, I just want to learn. I'm a beginner. Yeah, so if you are a beginner, you'll want to take a nice slow approach, right? When we first started this project, I first started this project on my own as 100 Days of Ukulele Songs back in 2015. But I'm a singer-songwriter. I play and sing, full songs all the time. So that was my goal. As we've evolved the project and brought more people in, we've made it 100 Days of Ukulele in whatever format you want. So if you are more of a beginner, maybe you work on just really easy 3-chord songs, work on the basic strums, work on building your chord library and getting comfortable with all of this. Yeah, so take it slow. Jenny said, I recorded in Greece on a plastic uke and my phone when I was on vacation. That's great. Peter from Cologne, welcome. Okay, Carmen in Washington. Have been playing ukulele since 2017. First time embarking on this challenge to force myself to practice on a regular basis. Yeah, sometimes that's what it takes. It just takes a commitment to doing it. Yeah, okay. Carrie, oh, welcome back, Carrie. Yeah, I remember meeting you, Carrie, hoping to join for the first time this year. Excellent. Yeah, Tiffany said, I sat down and wrote down 100 songs and I was surprised that I knew that many songs. Stephen, we have legendary Hawaiian artist Steven Espanola in the chat, and I love to see him sharing his Hawaiian catalog in the 100 Days of Ukulele. John said, is there a private YouTube space? I think it doesn't work that way. We don't really, we can look into it. I don't think there's a way to do that, but if someone knows, we can try to do that. I think it's more that you can upload to YouTube and make your video unlisted, and so then that means that only people with the link can see the video. Yeah, if you make it private, yeah, so when you upload a YouTube video, you can make it public, unlisted, or private. If you make it private, then you have to invite specific people, with their, I think, email addresses to see your video, and it's a limited number. So better to make it unlisted and share that, and then just the 100 Days people will get access to it. Yep. Okay. Genevieve, hi Genevieve. Can't commit to 100 days, but enjoy seeing people's videos on IG. Genevieve is always very supportive. Dirk from Amsterdam, hello, United Hearts America. Fabulous idea, here we go. Awesome. Yeah. Tiffany said, I think we tend to forget to just have fun. Yes, adults need to have more fun. Okay, yeah, Jenny's talking about the unlisted. Joe said, while I've learned a lot during 100 days, the most valuable thing I've gained are my collection of uke friends. Post just to keep in touch. Aww. And you can see that from the folks in the chat. There's a lot of us who know each other. It's nice to see people coming back year after year. And that's the way I get to know my ukulele community the most. I see people posting every day, and I get to know their faces, get to know their song choices, and that's super fun. So yeah, it's an amazing community, and again, shout out to Jenny and our admins and mods for cultivating this beautiful community. Yeah, we all make it through this big project together, and it brings us together, and I love that. Okay, Getty is from Canada. This will be new for me. Awesome. Karen, I'm a little nervous, but might try. Yeah, no pressure. Day one, just try day one. Carolina from Argentina. Yes. Dan said, just learned about this, short notice, but who knows? Exactly. You know, who knows? Even if, yeah, you just try, you're just finding out about it. This is how I feel. If it piques your interest, then give it a try. You know, if you're like, I think I want to do this. I think this will make me better. It's worth a try. Yeah. Hi Ark says, I love your tutorials. Christina, don't let the thought of sharing pressure you. It's okay to post incomplete songs, short practice sessions, even sitting in your car on a lunch break. It's about progress. Yes, lunch break videos, I love those. And Christina posted so many great lunch break videos. I loved those, I really do. Sitting in the car is a nice private place if that works for you, right? To like sneak out to your car at lunch, and then you have a little private place to practice and record. Okay, Richard, you were my first teacher. Aw, how do I get the best sound when recording on my iPad or iPhone? That is a great question. I we'll get back to that more in depth, but I would say, okay, using the phone is a great way to start. If you go into a smaller room or smaller space, like your car or a bathroom where you could close the door and then there's that natural reverb in a bathroom, then the microphone will just pick it up much better. If you are in a bigger, spacious room, the microphone doesn't pick it up as well. Sometimes you have to get closer to the mic. You have to try it out and see, right? And I think it's also okay if the audio is not that good in the beginning. You know, you let it develop. Some people, they wind up getting external mics that you could plug in to your phone. Nowadays, like there's so many that are accessible, that are they're like new technology. They're like popping up every day. So I don't have one specific type to recommend, but you can do some researching. We could get more into that after I get through some more comments here. Sandra from North Yorkshire, Susan in Clearwater. Okay. This year I might do YouTube links, but the extra step is there. Right, that makes sense. So if you're recording a video, then on, say, like your phone, you probably do best to transfer it to your computer to then upload it to YouTube. You could also shoot it on your phone and then upload it straight to YouTube. It's sometimes less reliable that way. So this process of how you post and upload, that might also be something that you consider in simplifying your process, right? That it's a goal. If it's a goal for you to simplify your process, then figure out what is the easiest way for you to record and upload. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Yeah. So I think some people like Facebook or Instagram for that reason, because they can just post and then they're done. And then, you know, as you get to know the process better, some people like video editing, some people like, say, using the acapella app or layering in different vocals. That takes a little bit more work. You have to be patient with that. Teach yourself those different apps, and you might sometimes try some apps and decide, oh, that's not going to work for me. But also chatting with the other members of the community, and seeing what they're using, that can also help. So in our groups, we have, well, in the Facebook group specifically, there are separate chats for talking about community related stuff and tech stuff. In the main feed, we just post the daily videos. But yeah, I definitely want to bring up that, like, in the beginning, it might seem like you should post questions there. We're going to keep all of the questions in a separate chat so that the main feed is about your daily posts. Yeah. Okay. Jenny suggested when I was first using my iPhone or iPad, my sound was weird, and I plugged in an inexpensive wired headphone and earbud with mic, and the sound improved instantly. Okay, yeah, you can try that too, right? If you just use your earbuds that have a little mic on it. Yeah. Powered by Joy says Instagram is where I post. Ella's goals this year: rock strum and singing along. Been avoiding singing because it's challenging for me. Okay, great. Yeah. Jenny, New York. Definitely check out Jenny's post because she's posting all the time. I like Facebook and Instagram for posting, and I post on YouTube to keep a record playlist. Yeah. Where do I find out what this is? Yeah, check the website, 100daysuke.com. Okay. Tiffany uses Instagram. It's easy to use. And the Patreon post will be for people who don't want to be on social media. I think that's an important option to have, because it's not, you don't always want to be seeing, the feed, or for me, it's like the ads. I want an ad-free place. So we'll try to use Patreon as well. For those who are not yet patrons, of course, please join our Patreon community. We are about to celebrate our 10 years of being a Patreon community, so come join us. Let me see, where are we here? Kathy, first time doing 100 days, been playing about 10 months. Excellent. Cherry said, I participated via Instagram. I tend to keep Instagram and Facebook posts separate. Okay, cool. Shout out to Dina, who wanted to join but is at work. So great to see people coming back. Susie from Chicago. French ukulele lady Natalie. Hello. Caroline from Switzerland. Yeah, I'm setting goals as songs in different languages, different strums. Yay. Excellent. Okay. I am musically trained and a vocalist, but mastering chord changes as a beginner is hard. Why is that hard to master? You have to go slower. You have to teach your fingers, right? Like they're babies, like they're children. They need a lot of instruction. That's why playing an instrument is a good brain workout. It's like your brain that's sending these signals to your fingers, and you need to actually take the time to move from chord to chord. So that takes time. Let yourself take the time to do that. If you just practice one chord change a day, you will be a much better player after 100 days. You just go D to G to D to G to D to G to D to G. If you do that and then the next day do a different transition, you're going to be an amazing player, because your fingers will develop so much more agility. It's all about paying attention. Gigi, hello. Will help with consistently practicing. Can you participate without posting? Sure. This is your personal project. The thing with the not posting is then people don't know how to support you, right? But if you don't need that external support, and you can go and leave positive comments on other people's videos, and just be part of the group movement. But I would encourage you to try posting one day, right? That even if it doesn't have to be day one, that you could be playing every day, and then maybe day 50 you're like, okay, I'm finally brave enough to record something and post something. That's perfectly fine. Okay, Karen, I love Owen's group montage collages. Yeah, this year hopefully we'll do more of those. Um, where else does one get those amazing opportunities? So this is all community driven. We have a lot of folks in the community who want to make a group collaborative project within the community, and this is up to the person who wants to lead the project, right? So that could be you, right? If you want to be part of a project, then maybe you're waiting for somebody else to take the lead, but maybe you are that person. Maybe this year you're brave enough to be the one to learn how to do the collaborative project. But again, that just depends on your own interests, you know? So you can be the driver. Yep. Kathy, my second year. This is the only site I feel comfortable to post. Also love to, see as many posts a day. Yeah, it can get a little overwhelming, you know. You're going to see hundreds of posts from people every day that you want to watch, that you want to leave a positive comment on. Do as much as you can, you know. Yeah, show up, be there for your community, and do as much as you can. Focus on your project, you know, but it is kind of a part of being in community with others, that when you go and support others, then they also come and support you. It's it's how we are a community. If you're only posting and expecting other people to support you without you being out there supporting other people, well, that's a little unfair, right? We want to join with the spirit of aloha, where we are out there supporting other people, and it's not an exchange thing, right? We're all supporting each other, following our own passions. Yeah. Okay. Lunch break videos and car wash karaoke's are great. Mimo from Monterey, welcome. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We love videos with bad sound and bad audio. That you posted is a win. Thanks, Jenny. Totally, right? Just post it. Just post it, right? Okay. Yeah, Jenny is answering people's questions in the chat as well. Okay. Michael says, how far can I go this year? Yeah, as far as you want to go. Yeah. Christina said, agree with Jenny. Actually, some of my favorite videos are blooper clips. We love blooper clips. Yeah, like cats knocking things over, people cursing. Then there's always fun. Valerie, welcome back. Is there a new Facebook page for 2025? Yes, the Facebook page is open. And let's see. It's linked in the FAQ. Okay. Ella says, recording and reviewing myself was a game changer for improving my playing posture, sound, etc. Definitely. Watching yourself play, you will start to notice things, right? Like, oh, I'm not breathing. That's what I always tell my students. You got to breathe. Remember to breathe. You might notice more where, say, you're pausing and transitioning, where you're inconsistent in your sound. Things like that, right? It's just more really getting real with yourself, you know? And like, okay, this is where I'm at. How do I go from here, right? Okay. Let's see. Kimberly from Illinois, excited to start a new habit with ukulele. Awesome. Cool. Ed in Florida, you're going to focus on chord melody with confidence strumming. Yeah. Yes, there's no way to watch everything. Don't feel guilty. Demi, hi Demi. I will be watching this year. That's great. We're just always glad to have you. Yeah. Taco Samurai, great handle. Cynthia said, I played violin and piano as a child, but learning ukulele is a whole new experience. Yeah, let yourself be a beginner. That's such a great feeling to give yourself that freedom of just trying something new as a beginner. And yeah, in Zen, there is this concept of beginner's mind. If you could really start each day, each moment as a beginner, you will free yourself of the expectations that we can build up over time, you know? Okay, so Dominique, welcome. Trey, that's me holding my breath. Great. Video analysis is key. Okay. Jenny, I think a lot of us have also noticed our singing improves if we're singing along and listening back, but singing isn't ever required. And Jenny's shouting out my voice channel. Thank you. Yeah, if singing is a focus for you, then that's something that you can take time to do. But also, yeah, no singing is required. Sometimes we like songs because songs can ground us, so we know the songs. Feel free to do instrumental work as well. Okay, so that's our chat comments. So some basic tech tips, and Jenny, feel free to let me know if there's other things that we need to mention. The basic tech tip here, I have my little selfie stick and phone here. I was going to try to do it where you could see what I'm shooting here, right? But you can kind of see already, you know, what my frame is here, right? And I'll show you. You don't have to show this much of the screen if you want to, but if you have your ukulele in your lap, right, it's going to be harder to get your face and your ukulele in the shot unless you're very, very close to it. That's okay. You could start that way where you keep the screen very close to you, right? And that way it'll actually pick up the sound of your ukulele and your voice more. But there is a concept in shooting where you have the rule of thirds, where this is getting a little more advanced, but that you want to kind of place things in the different third sections of the field of vision, right? So I like it when I can see the person's face and I can see their instrument. There are people who share videos where they only show the instrument. Yeah, I get it, but I like to see people's faces, right? So you can play around with what distance you need the phone to be at in order to get you in frame. So you could get a little selfie stick. You could also just prop this against a windowsill on your desk just so that you can get that image of you. And then just use the onboard mic. Test it out. See if it's good enough. There are other apps that you can use to edit the sound, to adjust the look of the video. It's a place to start. You don't have to do any of that, right? You could post the first few days where you just go straight from recording to your post. And as you get better, right, or as you get more comfortable, then you can say, okay, well, today I want to change this up. The main thing about shooting is having enough light, right? So I have an artificial light here. You don't need to get an artificial light. Window light, natural light, is going to be your best light, right? Like, say, if you're shooting in your car, you're going to get lots of great natural light, and that's an advantage to shooting in your car, right? So you want to get the light coming in from the window. You want to get yourself in the frame, and you can set up a selfie stick. Some people were asking about how you also might have your music, right? So if I have this set up, then I could also have, you could like print out your music. This is not going to stay up, but anyway, you could print out your music and like tape it. Let's say, I'll bring it here. Print out your music and like tape it to your iPad or your iPhone. You could have your computer right here next to it so that you can look at it if you need to look at music. People get clever with how they figure out how to set stuff up. And if you check the different the FAQ and the different posts in the FAQ, there are people who give you some different tips on that, you know? So go easy with the tech side if you're just getting started. If you want to get started with some video editing and some audio editing, if you use a Mac, GarageBand and iMovie are really, I think, pretty fun and easy to use. You're going to find lots of beginner tutorials for that on YouTube. It really is as easy as, like, let's say, dragging in your video and then you're playing around with the different options. Learning tech, I will say that learning tech is actually just a big part of existing today in 2025, and knowing how to learn new apps, new software, knowing how to present yourself on video is a big part of existing today, right? Whether it's for your work, for your business, or just learning how to communicate with others, right? I mean, I think we all learned how to be online more, you know, during the pandemic. But even so, you know, just technology moves at a rapid pace, and it's important. I guess I'm encouraging you to think like you can learn this, right? You can learn new tech stuff, and that could be part of the goal, right? I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, like I'm not able to learn this and I shouldn't post stuff. You could start simple and then see what you want to learn, right? And I think your community can help you with that too. Yeah, but just learning to search YouTube for some tutorials, that can really help. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Shaping, this is the FAQ, the basic shaping your project. I'm just gonna walk through the FAQ. Let's see. Cookie said, I don't like people seeing me. Totally. If you post a headless uke video, that's completely acceptable. However, you know, it's nice that when we get to know you. Cherry said, sometimes I write lyrics or tough chord changes on a whiteboard that is across the room. Jenny uses an app called InShot. I've used that as well. You can adjust the editing and the audio in InShot, so that's great. Yeah. And then Jenny also has a gorilla pod with bendy legs. Yeah, but I'm also very good at propping your camera on books and tissue boxes. If you're not sure about tech stuff, ask your kids for help. That too. Yeah, and that's great. It's also a great way to connect, and they're going to know a lot more than you will. I mean, that's for sure, right? The younger generations are, that's the world that they live in, right? So, it's a fun way to connect. Okay, I'm going to just talk through the FAQ here, and feel free to pop in with more questions and comments. You could follow along in the FAQ doc if you want. So, when will the 100 Days of Ukulele 2025 begin? We're going to start this Saturday, March 1st, and we're going to go through June 8th. Cool. So, starting on March 1st was something we decided to do last year, and what's great is that this year it's starting on a Saturday, so it's the weekend. Maybe you have more time to create your post, you know, and we will have a Zoom social, our first Friday Zoom social on, I think it's the 7th, right? Friday the 7th, and that'll be day 7, and it'll just give us a chance to check in with each other. So a Zoom social means that we'll send out a Zoom link, go to Patreon to get the Zoom link, and we'll be live together in the Zoom, and we'll break out into smaller rooms, and then you get to chat with other 100-dayers, meet each other, and, exchange stories from the project. And we'll do that a few times, so you'll get to meet some different people. And yeah, trade war wounds, essentially. Okay, here's the merch link in here. How does the project work? You can start posting on March 1st and use the hashtag. Does it have to be a full song? No, you can do skills and techniques, practice the same song, work from a book, share originals. We love originals, and videos can be as short as you like. Is there daily prompts? Nope, no daily prompts. This is a self-driven project. I will say though, if you are part of the community groups, you get a lot of inspiration from watching other people's videos. You watch someone else's video, you're like, oh, I love that song too, or I really like the way they approach that song, I'm going to try that. And it's great. The beauty of music is that it really is endless. It goes on and on and on. There's no way to reach the end of music. So there's always options. Sometimes there's too many options. So you can limit yourself. You could say, like, I'm only going to choose songs from this genre, or I'm only going to, choose songs, like with this number of chords or that kind of thing. So, yeah. Okay, so... yeah, Cynthia is mentioning software. Yeah, Photo Booth on a Mac, Photo Booth and QuickTime Player. Those can both be used to record videos. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty easy. Jenny says, I love seeing multiple versions of the same song. Yeah, me too. I love that. Because everyone's take is different. And it's important to recognize that as well, right? That you're not trying to match somebody else's take, or, even mine. Like, I play a certain way. You don't have to play it the way I play it, right? I'm just giving you a place to start. Well, okay. Can I post old videos I did not record for this challenge? We prefer it if you keep the videos current, right? The goal is to build a creative practice. The goal is really to explore what's new and growing for you now, right? There's no penalty for missing a day, so no need to post an old video to make up for it. Yeah, so try to keep it fresh. Yeah, where do I post my videos? Facebook. Check out the Facebook group, Instagram, YouTube, and then the Patreon group, and then I guess we have a Blue Sky group now. And anywhere that someone wants to help start a community, we can do that, right? This is very open. This is open to creating community where you hang out. Yeah, I think that's an important thing to recognize. Like, yeah, you can hang out wherever you like, and find the people in your community who are doing the same thing, and connect with them there. What does the positive comments only policy mean? This is great, okay? We want all players, all levels to feel encouraged. Miscommunication happens despite best intentions, right? So please only post positive, kind, encouraging comments, no unsolicited criticism, even if you feel it is fair and constructive, right? Questionable, negative, critical comments may be deleted without warning. If you don't like someone's video or not sure if your comment could be seen as negative, just keep scrolling. Yeah, that's from the FAQ. So, and why are we saying this? It's because in the past, right, our admins and mods have had to deal with situations where someone commented, they might comment with like a laughing emoji, but somehow the person who receives the comment thinks that they're being laughed at, right? But maybe the original commenter was just like, oh, this, what you said was funny, right? So it's really important to keep it where like everything feels encouraging, mostly because the you can't, there's a lot lost in the context of the internet. So to just recognize that you might be making what you think is a joke or a sarcastic comment, it could be interpreted in a different way. I mean, I love satire as much as anyone else, but just know that that if people are feeling a little bit vulnerable and exposed, let's make sure that we keep everyone encouraged and inspired. Yeah? Okay. All right. There is a longer version of the FAQ. Check it out. So 100daysuke.com has a daily tracker that you can use for yourself. And so other people won't see this, but you can make notes for yourself day to day. And you could check it out. Yeah, thank you to Pat, one of our Patreon members, who created that calendar for everybody. So check that out as well. I discovered this challenge late. Is it too late for me to start? Jump in anytime. Yeah. How did this all get started? Jenny, thank you so much for this FAQ that I can follow. So yeah, the 100-Day Project is a global community art project that's just asking people to commit to an artistic practice, a creative practice every day for 100 days, something repeatable that allows them to essentially just track their daily evolution, And I started doing it in 2015, and you can watch a whole video on my YouTube, this video essay that is called How the 100 Days Project Changed My Life and Why You Should Do It Too. So check out that video on YouTube. The short version is that I posted ukulele videos. I attempted to do it for 100 days in a row. I posted for 11 days, then I got sick because I was so like stressed out with the posting. When I got better, I kept posting. I think I posted up to like day 63. And then I took recordings from that project, released them a couple of years later as the record Ukulele Days, because my Patreon community was interested in supporting me in that. And that record, Ukulele Days, went on to hit the Billboard charts. So this project that I started kind of on a whim went on to get me onto the Billboard charts. And I never would have known that, right? My YouTube channel would not have grown the way it has grown if I didn't have this body of work that really, when I first started releasing it, I was nervous about, so it changed my life as an artist. And then a couple years later, when I released the record and we decided, I think it was probably Jenny who was like, oh, I want to do the 100 Days Project. And then I was like, why don't we have a bunch of people do it? Or Jenny, maybe you remember the lore better. Maybe Jenny was like, hey, who wants to do the 100-Day Project? But every year since then, we've invited the community and made it bigger and bigger, and it's, for me, it's just such a joy to see the arc of all of these players who grow over the course of a year, who come back year after year, and it's meaningful, right? For me, I want to make sure that all of you as creative people, I believe all humans are creative people, can dedicate time to your personal creative practice. It's going to be good for you no matter what. No matter what, as humans, we need to develop our creative brains, because it gives us the power to know that we can make new things. We can transform the world into the world that we want. And it starts with you. And it's really important. And it starts with supporting the community that is also trying to grow and learn and evolve, So, yeah, uh, there's that's how it started, and this is our 8th year doing it. So we're excited to keep it going. Why is there a hashtag? A hashtag helps people find those videos. Hashtags, yeah, it's funny because hashtags are not as important or significant as they used to be. So we're still evolving with the technology, right? We might figure out different ways to help people find videos, to create these different online groups. And I'm always open to other people's expertise, right? If you're like, oh, I know this community well, and we're going to create a group over here. Like, I think that's what happened with the Blue Sky group. I think Ellen started that. Yeah. So feel free to contact the admins if you have an idea about starting a group like that. Okay, we have our t-shirts and merch. Definitely check that out. Shaping the project, we've talked a lot about that. Yeah. You can let me know if you have more questions. Oh, okay. This is a good one to tackle with the shaping the project. Some of the people posting seem like pros, like professional players, right? Is it okay if I post something with mistakes in it? Is this just for good people or advanced people? So this is completely are open to all levels, and all levels means that even people who are professional artists, right, like myself, I love doing this project. And in our group, there have been people who started out as doing something for fun, and they've turned this into something they do on the regular, right? They go to open mics, they perform. We have had like one of our mods, Ray, right, that he was like a former like rock guitarist, right? So he is an amazing musician, but he came into the ukulele project with a different focus in mind of wanting to like sing and play. And so it's really cool to see just people coming from different walks of life. They might have something that already seems polished and professional, but they are still working on something, right? That is creatively important to them. So whatever level you're at, that's what we're looking for, right? You're carving out for yourself what is the next step for you. And that's why it's important to remember to not compare yourself, right? Everybody's on their own road here. Okay. Let's see. Can I make more than one post a day? Well, you're gonna see that the feeds get pretty cluttered if we want to focus on like the post of that day. So I don't think the mods will keep it in line. So make sure that people are not posting too many things that aren't related to just the project. Yeah. Okay. Can I make and post collaborative videos? Yeah, I talked a little bit about that. It'd be great if you want to lead a collaborative video, go ahead and jump in. Will we do anything special to mark the days of the challenge? We have done that in the past. I can't commit to anything right now, but we can chat about it. We can definitely chat about it. Oh yeah, we should definitely be over on TikTok too. I will be posting on TikTok myself. Okay, there is a coloring page where you can fill in the 100 days. So you can check that out as well. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Oh, all the places. Okay, we have a group on Instagram, CL Uke Squad. So you can tag CL Uke Squad, and we will share people's 100 days videos. Yeah. Yeah, so check it out. Let's see. Please, oh yeah, this is from the admins and mod side, right? Please do not send unsolicited private messages to anyone, especially underage members. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's just be respectful adults about all this, right? So, Yeah. If you have any issues with people from the group contacting you in a weird way, let the mods know, right? Let the admins and mods know so they will help you. Okay. What happens to the Facebook group after day 100? We'll keep it up. Yeah. We'll keep it up, but we've been creating a new group every year so that it's kind of like a clean start for everyone. So the old, the groups from previous years still exist, but people don't post in them generally after the 100 days. Okay, let us go. Also, we don't want any. We want to keep, the Facebook group to daily posts. So if you see people posting, say, like more salesy or promotional stuff in the Facebook group, you can report that, because we're not about that in the group. Okay, I'm gonna scroll through here a little bit more in the FAQ. So there's lots more details about the Facebook group specifically. Positive comments policy, we have talked about that. If you have more questions about that, feel free to let me know. Tech questions, where to start, we talked a little bit about that. And yeah, I would just encourage everyone to you could watch for a while and then see how you want to develop that, but start where you are. Phones are easy these days, Okay. Still need support. Lots of links at the end of our FAQ. And there's lots of links to our community showcases, right? So at the end of the projects from previous years, we would have people submit videos, and then we're able to compile them with the help of many helpful volunteers into one showcase. So go check out the showcase and the different showcases. That'll give you a good idea of where to start, or what everyone else's posts look like. Also, in our showcases, people shared a quote about what the project meant to them, and so it's meaningful to watch that as well. So actually I'll just share this link, since I see Jenny copy pasting from the link. Can I do this? Is this gonna work? Okay, that's the 2024 showcase, so that'll give you an idea. But there's tons of links in the FAQ. Please do check out the FAQ. Okay, we're gonna wrap up here. Any last questions? I can read some last tips here. Let's see, how to plan, join, motivation, why you should join, platforms, words of advice, project ideas, recording tips, external microphones, the creative habit. Those were the list of things to talk about. We've covered a lot of those things, so if anyone has any more questions on that, let me know. So I will read a couple of the tips here. Let's see, use your selfie camera, find a filming environment that's well lit. You could have a separate music stand, press that record button. So sometimes I will record myself practicing, let's say for like 5 minutes, and then I will clip out the most acceptable part, I would say, to share, right? So sometimes that's 15 seconds, sometimes that's 30 seconds, sometimes I'm pretty happy and it's like a minute and a half or a whole song, right? But I give myself the freedom to just try it for a little while and then clip out the part that I feel is that I want to publish. Yep. You can get these tripods with a little like Bluetooth remote control in it, right? Oh, how do I remove this thing? Do I have to press it? Press down? Anyway, there's a button here. where I can turn it on. You can see that's not how I do things, but that's an option. This is a really good tip. Remember to, if you need to, right, delete all of your takes, right, so that you have space on your phone. Nothing is worse, I think all the 100 days know, of recording and then in the middle of your take you run out of space, right? Now these days phones have a lot more storage, but just know that if you're doing a lot of takes, it's going to take up a lot of room in your phone. So just get used to deleting what you don't need, and you might need to do that on the daily. Jenny shared about, using the headphone mic. That can be better. Okay. This is great. Doreen said, nobody sees and hears your mistakes but you, right? Take that to heart. And that's true of any level, right? That even if you're Celine Dion or these like epic performers, they make mistakes too, but the average person cannot hear it and won't notice it, right? So that even if we're posting on this group, most people are not going to notice the mistakes the way that you will, right? So you have to learn to downplay them for yourself. And Doreen also said, save the easy songs for the days when you're not feeling good. I think that's good advice as well. Yeah. And then Valerie said, these are from a while ago. I find that my first or second take is usually the best. I think that's really good advice, right? That sometimes you think let me try that again. Let me try that again. It doesn't necessarily get better, right? You might get more frustrated with it, but see if you can get comfortable with just doing a take or two and then letting it go. And then you'll learn that over time anyway, right? If you try, we like to joke on the 100 Days groups, I did 13 takes. Sometimes that happens, right? But as you do that more and more, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm okay with take one, or I'm okay with just doing 3 takes and sharing the best part. And like I said before, sometimes I will just play for 5 minutes and then take the best part. It just depends on how much I have time for or what my vision is, right? So it's good to remember that. Stay comfortable, but also reach outside the zone a bit and trust the journey. I like that. That's nice advice. And that's a natural part, I think, of doing something for such a long time. This 100-day project means you have time to get comfortable, right? The beginning might be a little scary. You might be more anxious, but let yourself get comfortable. And then once you're comfortable, how do you push a little bit to get outside of your comfort zone? And watching other people's videos will encourage you and inspire you that way, to see other people pushing outside of their comfort zone a little bit. It gives us permission to push ourselves a little bit more. And again, it's whatever way you want to advance your own journey. And that's the most important thing to remember. This is for you, and I will always encourage people to spend that time on themselves. For some reason, we in adult life don't give a lot of value to self-discovery. We think that things that we work on need to be productive, and a lot of times the learning, right, the progress, the process is not directly productive. That you have to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn, and then you kind of reach the next level. But it's important that we get ourselves into the habit of thinking that daily learning is the key, right, for us to learn and move forward, and to keep having this positive outlook on how we can change ourselves for the better, how we can change our community and the world around us for the better. Yeah? Okay. All right, everyone, we're wrapping up there. I'm excited to see everyone for our day one, March 1st, this Saturday, posting on whatever platform you're going to be on. I'll be posting on YouTube, on Patreon, and also on TikTok. And you'll probably see me on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know. There's so many places. But yeah. If you are watching this later and you have more questions, pop them in the chat or in the comments, and I will come back and address them. And then I also hope to see everyone at our Zoom social, our live Zoom social, first Friday Zoom social, this Friday or the next Friday, March 7. And check Patreon, and we'll be posting the links for that Zoom social on Facebook and Instagram. And other places as well. So, okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. Aloha. Happy 100 days. And good luck. Yeah. We're going to have an amazing journey. Thanks, everyone. Bye.